Rachel, and I'm the manager at Venvi Art Gallery. Back in July, I was given the opportunity to visit Ray Burggraf's studio in connection with our Painters Do Sculpture exhibition, which had Ray Burggraf and Mark Messersmith's pieces on display. I am very excited to give you all a glimpse into Ray Burggraf and Mark Messersmith's works that were on display at the studio itself. And if you are interested in visiting Ray Burggraf's studio, stay tuned to the end of this video to find out more about how to contact and schedule regarding tours for his studio.
And I brush it on 2 coats and real thick and juicy. So it's not like tinted or colored or prettied up like airbrush. It's real paint. The gradations are hard to do, but you get used to it. It's not bad. And they are really opposite colors, so that they, from end to end, they really contrast with one another and say what they are. In the middle, of course, you get the blurred mixing, but that's kind of an active thing. I like that. The construction of the staircase kind of shape just kind of came out of literature. I mean, it's like stairway has always been around, and it's always part of, going up, succeeding, but it's unrealistic. It's like it ends before you get there. So I've always been interested in that in literature. So it was an interesting thing to build. I like to build work in wood, because it's something that's alive, and it's got grain, and it kind of twists like the tree does. So it's always an active thing. So I always liked wood. It absorbs the paint, but it doesn't slide around or jump around like it does on plastic. The construction is very carefully done, because I want it to be plain enough and smooth enough and commercial enough to hide. I just want it to go away and let the color units come out. So that's important. It's also important to have this thing painted on the back. You can walk around it. It looks good from the side. It looks good from the top. It's everywhere. So it's an everywhere staircase to nowhere.
Well, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the relationship between my sculptural work and the paintings. And certainly the paintings are my priority. But I've always enjoyed, I guess similar to Ray, the idea of working with wood with relatively simple tools. So I've always enjoyed the carvings at the top and the embellishments on the side, and those just simple pieces of wood pine that you get at Lowe's to make bookshelves. So I just saw those out, paint them with some acrylics, and then use glitter and broken mirror and stuff. So there's an interest in particularly folk art, 3-dimensional folk art, that I kind of like that use of available, cheap, unsophisticated materials. And at some point, the carving elements across the top and the sides of the paintings started to evolve into these vertical sculptures. And I'm almost hesitant to call them sculptures. They're more like just freestanding, 2-dimensional things. Not like Ray. I'm not very proud of the back. I don't expect anybody to walk around and take a peek at it. But they're freestanding off the wall. So I don't know if that constitutes, a description of sculpture or not. But it's good enough for me. And sometimes they're based on a loose narrative running from left to right. So in this case, these four were about different times of the day. So this was morning, this was midday, this is evening, and this is night. And the little bottom friezes with the broken mirrors kind of tries to describe that, I suppose. And a lot of the objects, the animals, the plants, are certainly regurgitations from things that come from the paintings. So it's not like I'm doing a great deal of new innovation. I just maybe change the format with them.
After learning about Mark and Ray's artworks, I really feel like this quote by Hans John Arp not only represents their works in Painters Do Sculpture, but also their works as a whole. Mark and Ray both create artworks that go often beyond human scale and measure, and they also use nature as their subject matter for their pieces, albeit Ray uses nature's beauty in an abstract lens for his paintings and his sculptural works, like his light-struck stagger pieces. Mark uses a more realistic art style and depicts stories often based off of conjecture or observation to depict humans and wild fauna and their relationship within nature as well. Interested in visiting Ray Burggraf's studio? Contact us at 850-322-0965 to schedule a tour. Interested in more from Venvi Art Gallery? Check out our website at www.venviartgallery.com to view past, present, and future exhibitions under the Shows tab. Venvi Art Gallery is open Tuesdays through Saturdays from 12:30 to 5:30 p.m. Thank you for watching.